hive cluster is under attack.
For the swarm.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Radeon, it's going to be an incredible PvZ with Calm and Ruin, sent to me by RJB. Top right, it is a green Protoss. It is Ruin. And in the top left, unbeknownst to each other, it's going to be Calm, our blue Zerg player. So, blue and green for you today. I know it's a shorter matchup, but RJB said it's excellent and put it in the DEF CON 1 folder. So, hey, here it is in the DEF CON 1 folder. Yes, DEF CON 1 is the highest DEF CON level. It's kind of counterintuitive for most people, but it is a fact. So, let's go ahead and see why it is a DEF CON 1 replay. Let's try and figure it out, right? So, no Nexus first here. And it's going to be a hatch first. I don't know. I think it's going to be a hatch first here on this giant 4-player map, Radeon. It is a fairly recent replay, as evidenced by the fact this is Radeon. And playing it safe, right? So throwing down a forge here. Yeah. Oh, a gateway. Planning on being aggressive against a hatch first that he does not know is coming. But yeah, it's a hatch first. And scouting the wrong direction here. Oof, clockwise instead of counterclockwise. That's the RNG on display in Brood War. Hit that like button if you're excited to see what's going to go on here in this PvZ. Hatch first in it. There we go. Gateway already almost done. No gas. And zealots are in your future here. So we're going to scout cross spawn now, or just continue with your clockwise scouting here, Mr. Ruin. Oh, hang on a second. Hang on a second. He is cross-spawn scouting. Getting to the Zerg's base earlier than if he would have just gone to the bottom left and then up to the top left. That is simple geometry that I learned in 8th grade, promptly forgot, and then tanked the mathematics portion of the ACT when I was taking it my junior year of high school. Relearned geometry, thanks to help from my sister, who is good at that stuff, and then did much better on the mathematics mathematics portion of the ACT. So thanks again, little sister. I do appreciate ya. Anyway, ba-bam. Hurry, Robert the Zealot. Hurry, block the Zealot drone. Sacrifice your body. Sacrifice your body. There we go. Just a little bit of a delay. There. And, okay, I think we've done as much as we can do. We've got 6 lings on the way. They're not here yet. But this Zealot is here. And the drones are forced to pull and fight. Holy smokes, why? There we go. Attack. Attack the drones. 1 kill. And are we leaving the fight? Okay, I was going to say, are we leaving the fighting here to these drones? Okay, so that Zealot died with like 1 kill. There is another Zealot with a kill. I think it was a drone. We did hear a drone die. Oh, early 3rd base. Okay, so, 3 hatch in the face of this 1 gate expand into forge. And these Zealots are hoofing it back home. Okay, so, just fairly standard early pressure here from the Protoss. And the reaction, early 3rd. I like it a lot, man. I like early 3rd bases against like a 1 gate expand or a forge expand or, a Nexus first. You pretty much have to go early 3rd against a Nexus first, or else you are dead, man, in the middle of the game. Or otherwise known as the mid-game. Anyway, how you guys doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day. I believe today is potentially the last day of 2024. So if you needed a bit of a distraction, you're at a New Year's Eve party, or just hanging out at home, you're like, I wonder if there's some StarCraft available on Falcon Paladin's channel. There sure is, folks. There 100% is. Cybercore coming in back home. Ooh, a little bit of a shield battery up. That's going to make this really hard for Lings to break. This isn't quite a soul key level of Lings, but oh my gosh, the run by. The run by. Probe gets in there. Lings, they're jumping on the gate. I don't know if that's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it to go for the gate. He does take all the shields off the gate, but those will come back, man. Those will come back. Metabolic boost is getting kicked up here from the Zerg player. What's the follow-up going to be, dude? He's making more lings. He is trying to kill this Protoss with Zerglings today. Speedlings in particular, once that upgrade is done. This is a very soul key type of a PvZ. I'm wondering if maybe our guy Colm was inspired by Soul Key and SSL 1, or either of the last two ASLs that he won at the end of the SSL period of time in the StarCraft world, and said, we can get wins with lings if we kind of, you know, get these zealots out of the way, right? Maybe hide some lings over here, maybe get another group up this way, force the zealots to chase them out a little bit, bait them into coming out a little bit, and then running in behind, and or getting a surround away from the shield battery and killing everything. Like, there's some stuff here that can be done. The guy is droning a tiny bit right now, but he's getting a macro hatch. The man is not working on a lair at all. I mean, in fairness, he's got enough money for a lair. He's getting a Hydra Den. Okay, so he decided lings aren't going to be the answer. Let's go for a 3-base Hydra bust attempt right now. Let's see how we hold this if we are Protoss, right? Citadel of Adun coming in. Zealot leg is going to be good. Corsairs not going to be as good against a 3-base bust play with Hydras from our guy Calm. Overlord hiding. Nothing really to protect him right now because the Hydra Den isn't done yet. Hydra Den's done. Make Hydras go. Oh my gosh, these guys are all stacked. And there's nothing to stop. Okay, they're splitting now. They recognize being stacked is the dumbest thing in the entire world. They were split at first, which is what you do when you've got Hydras to defend you. You want to have them, you know, defend a smaller area. So one Overlord down isn't the norm, right? Let's not go ahead and freak out because one Overlord is dead. It's the second Overlord that really starts to snowball here. Ling's going for a bit of a run by. They want this gate so bad. And they're going to get the gate. Bam. Okay, so the gate's down. It's a wider opening for these Lings to bust in there. You can get closer to with the Hydras if that's what we're going for. It is a speed upgrade, which means we are going to be aggressive with these Hydras, right? Definitely going to get out across the map. Evolution Chamber. Macro Hatchery. Probably a +1 missile attack if I had to guess. What he is setting up for here. These Corsairs are scouting it all. They see everything that I see, and Rune's getting a perfect read on what is coming out here. What is it? Well, it's Hydralisks. There are no Spires. There is no sign of Mutalisks whatsoever. Hasn't taken the second gas yet. The third gas has also not even been started. So, I mean, yes, the second has been taken. It's just not done. There it is. Now it's done. Does it get saturated immediately? The answer is no. That does not qualify for an immediate saturation because it's still not saturated about 10 seconds after it completes. We've got ourselves a +1 Corsair attack upgrade. What in the name of Fergus McDootson? Why would you bother going for +1 Corsairs when there's a million Hydras out? I mean, it's the Zealots, right? But the Ling and the Zealot combination is great. It is a missile attack upgrade. Coming in here from our Zerg player, I imagine he's going to get out across this map. He's going to start causing all sorts of problems at the front there. Overlords getting saved. Because why? Because there are Hydras. No Overlords in the main, which leads to the whole DT Corsair shenanigan replay, right, where you unload DTs inside the main base because all the Overlords are being protected at the front. The Hydras are performing double duty. They're covering the front here, and they're covering the Overlords, and they can't really do both all that well if there are some Overlords in the main base as well. So that's why there are no big boys out there. But seriously, what was the DT? What did he kill? He had to kill something to get out. I don't know what it was. So is he going to try to sneak a DT? I just don't know. He's hiding a DT over here. Is Overlord Speed on the way? It is. Overlord Speed's on the way. He recognizes the threat that is DTs. DTs can really shut this kind of a bust down just by sitting in the middle of the Hydras and going womp, womp, womp. Right? Big old womps. They don't sound that loud or aggressive. It's not an explosion like a siege tank attack, but it will cut through your Hydras pretty effectively. And here he is. Here's our Dan the Dark Templar trying to join this party. Psystorm is also done. So this is not a good time for Hydras, right? There's DTs. There's Psystorm. There's cannons. The Zealots run into the third. Oh, no. Is Calm just a dead Zerg right now? This is not looking good for him. This Zealot on top of these drones already has a +1 attack, doing 18 damage per shot, which is bananas. The Overlord Speed is done, but do any yes, Overlords do want to join this party. Dan the Dark Templar are killed. At least a couple Hydras. Now we're back in business. How much storm is there left? There is one storm there. Two storms. Two storms are available, which can be pretty good against a group of Hydras for sure. Zealot's just running by. At least this guy is on a sprint pass. Ooh, what storm was that? Somebody got a 9 kills on that High Templar. Massive storm. Zealot gets into the main mineral line of the Zerg player. Does get picked off after picking off a drone. It's 52 to 29 workers. This was a cut the workers on 3 bases and try to murder the Protoss strategy. It is not working. It's not. The Psy Storm is here. The Protoss knows what's up. He's got a million gateways here on 2 bases. He's got an observatory in case there's lurker aspect on the way, which there isn't. Spoiler alert, but he doesn't know that. Right? That Hydralisk is doing Hydralisk things. Or Hydralisk. That Hydralisk Den is doing Hydralisk things. But yeah, tap that like button if you're enjoying this. Subscribe to. I'm here 6 times a week with some really, really exciting standalone vodcasts. Very focused. And then I'm here streaming 6 times a week. A little bit less focus, a little more audience interaction out there if you're into that with your streamers. 4 hours, 6 times a week. It's a good time. You should stop by and say hello. It is lurker aspect, so he's a little bit early on the observers, but I say better early than late pretty much every time. 52 to 47 workers. Okay. So Calm's trying to drone back up here, but is that a mistake? Is there going to be a move out of Dragoons and Speedlots and Psy Storm? And there's just not going to be enough Hydras to handle this big old move out because, yeah, because of the fantastic counterattack here by our Protoss player. Yep, just got Storm at the right time, got DTs at the right time. Everything is good. Everything fell into place perfectly. That's what we're looking at here, guys. +1 attack. Psy Storm, ton of Dragoons. The army value was just significantly bigger. And then, yeah, Zerg player tried to go for the Hydra bust. Every time he went for it, he got stormed. He came again, storm. Came again, storm. He killed 1 cannon, but the shield battery, the backline cannons, the Psy Storm, the Zealots with speed. Yeah, the counter Zealot attack was just too good. The Corsairs killing a couple Overlords here and there. It all just added up to a really, really fantastic and clinical win here from our Protoss player. So that was great. I mean, that was a fantastic little game for you today. Nothing crazy long, but, you know, I do have these shorter ones that are very intense and very action-packed that RJB sends in and says, hey, you should post these on their own. And I'm like, all right, we'll do it. We'll do it for RJB. But yeah, just a perfect game from Ruin just about. The early Zealot pressure, the shield battery, right, dealing with those Lings early. Did lose a gateway, but that was hardly worth it. The number of Lings that died was probably worth more than the value of that gateway. And in fact, I'm pretty sure that it was. And yeah, Zerg player on 3 bases, but really didn't start droning up until now. And this is really the problem with Zerg. And the struggle with playing Zerg is that, hey, yeah, you can make 10 drones at a time. But if you make 10 drones at a time, you might not have enough army units to deal with this push out that's coming to kill you right now. Right. Absolutely insane. Like, come on. Absolutely, truly fantastic showing. So, way to go, Idaho. We're looking at a great game there from our Protoss. I'm trying to say anything else about this. This is what happens when you try to Hydra bust sometimes. You get stormed in the face a bunch, lose a ton of Hydras, and then don't have enough, and the Protoss decides they've had enough of your shenanigans and move out to kill you. I suppose that's what the lesson of this game is. So just a mere 36 to 49,000 total points in favor of the Protoss. They're outproducing the toss, but a 7-to-1 kill death ratio. I mean, 7-to-2-ish, 7-to-1.5, whatever. That's a great kill death ratio for our Protoss, man. 2 buildings raised, 0 raised on the other side. The outspend of the Protoss over the Zerg is not ideal. We have seen games where the Protoss has outspent over, right, the outspend over the Zerg, and the Zerg player has won anyway. That's definitely happened before. But at the end of the day, that was amazing. Like, what a ridiculous showing there. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Little bite-sized game for you today. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. I'm on all of those places under /Falcon Paladin, sometimes at Falcon Paladin, whatever, you know how this works. And until next time, as always, thanks for watching. You take care of yourself.